Buenos noches, yo espero tu es bien. Mi nombre es Bit Buddha, and I'm back again with another video for my YouTube channel. So, I'm in a bit of a transitionary phase, and I just wanted to like document this time because it's very interesting for me. Because people who know me know like I love like Linux. I've been using this probably since like 2022, one. I'll say 2022 to be nice. Yeah, 2022, probably 2023 the latest. Anyway, I've been using Linux for a while, right? Just for like personal fun and this personal use. But now I'm realizing and learning that people actually use it for business and people make money. Like the stuff I was doing for fun, I'm learning that people literally make six figures from it. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, well, snap. This whole time, well, snap, because the snap package is in the, ooh, that's so funny. Anyway, it's like, I've been using this stuff and it's like almost like I have diamonds, but I'm not using it properly. So I'm realizing I have to kind of, all my Linux skill sets, I have to like get it in a more business, enterprise, professional, corporate manner, right? So I started with Ubuntu Linux years ago, right? Then I switched to Lubuntu. Then I was on Kali Linux, and I also tried TinyCore Linux and a couple other smaller distributions as well. And I was looking into getting into Gentoo, and I also read a bit of the LFS, like Linux from scratch manual as well. So I also looked into that a bit. So there's a lot of different distros that interest me. Oh, I also wanted to get BlackArch and Pentoo because those are more so like ethical hacking distributions, and I still have a lot of respect for the whole red teaming and ethical hacking aspect of cyber security as well. But I wanted to show you guys where I'm at with it. So this was a laptop I got. Wait up. How do I? Is it froze? Yeah, it froze. But anyway, this was a laptop I got, right? And it's running Red Hat Enterprise Linux, right? So if you get the developer version, you can basically get it for free. And I got it on this USB thumb drive, which isn't ideal. I was trying to partition it first, so I shrunk. I basically split my partition, then I shrunk the Windows side of the partition and had like 40-something gigabytes for this unallocated part of the partition. But the other USB I had Red Hat on didn't recognize that, but it recognizes this. So I installed, so I had an other USB, right, that had the Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Then I had this, so I installed it from I installed it from the USB install to this almost, which is interesting. Then so anyway, there was a lot of technical errors I was having to go like through. The first thing was even just finding, well, not even finding it. So all right, so let me go back. So at first I was looking into Alma Linux and Rocky Linux, right? And they are basically like close versions to Red Hat Linux because there's like a whole family of like Red Hat kind of, right? So there's Fedora, which is upstream, and CentOS now, because it took, well, CentOS Stream, because they used to have this thing called CentOS, but then Red Hat kind of like killed that and made CentOS Stream, and both of those are upstream, which basically means applications and updates start there first, and then it comes down to Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and then from that, Alma Linux and Rocky Linux were kind of made after CentOS was kind of destroyed. So those are downstream, or yeah, from my understanding, they're downstream from Red Hat Linux. Anyway, I was going to go for Alma Linux, right? But then I'm going to a lot of different boot camps and workshops and like Red Hat, RACSA, Red Hat System, like Red Hat Certified System Administrator courses, right? And all of the instructors are saying, because I get to ask them questions like, hey, which is the closest one to Red Hat Enterprise Linux? And everyone is saying, oh, Rocky Linux, Rocky Linux, Rocky Linux. So at first, I was going to get Alma Linux. But then, after speaking to these instructors, they was like, nah, bro, you got to get the Rocky Linux. But then I'm like, then I heard that you could get Red Hat Enterprise Linux with the developer account, right? So usually Red Hat Enterprise Linux is run on servers, right? So these are run on like businesses that have a lot of data and like databases, and they need a lot of servers. It's not usually something that like an individual person usually runs, right? But me in my head, I'm thinking, visualizing the future. If me being a Linux system admin, knowing I'm gonna be running Red Hat Enterprise Linux servers, why not make my home laptop run the same exact thing so my work life and my home life is literally the same exact environment? So it made sense to me, right? Anyway, I had to figure out how to get the download. So at first I got the download, but it wasn't the correct download. I got the download still in my files, but I got the version that didn't have all of the services with it, basically, or something like that. And anyway, then I got the other one. No, it was like 915 megabytes. And I'm like, I know it's not actually 915 like megabytes, right? And I looked online and it said that it actually was like that was the wrong version. So then I got the other one that was like 7 gigabytes, and I'm like, hey, that makes sense for like a live like operating system, like a live like ISO file. That made a bit more sense to me. So I got that, and then I installed it on the USB flash drive I had. And then what was the other issue? It was like I had so much hurdles just to even get. Is it running? Yes, it's running. It was so much hurdles to even get this stuff like running, bro. Like I know it may sound like, oh, just install an operating system, but with Linux, you got to understand, Linux in general is not like, is usually not like a user-friendly. Now it's getting better with like stuff like Linux Mint and like Ubuntu. Stuff is getting easier now, but still, even with those, it's not the easiest thing. But anyway, I got it on the thumb drive, and then the issue was, I had to shrink, I had to shrink my partition. So I shrunk my partition, right? And I had like 40 gigs of unallocated space after that. But when I did that, and I plugged the Red Hat Enterprise Linux thumb drive in, it didn't recognize the 40 gigabytes. I'm like, bro, I just freed up 40 gigs, and what are you saying I don't have space? But as I said, it recognized this other thumb drive. This isn't the one that had the install for Red Hat Enterprise Linux. I had the other one that had the install, and this was empty, right? So I took the install from this USB and put it onto this USB, and now it's kind of what the laptop is showing. So it was going through some update, and the thing about it, like I'm moving my pad. I usually don't use the touchpad, but for this, when I'm starting like a new thing, I kind of use it. Anyway, I was using it, and now it doesn't move at all. No, I know it has paper on it, but it usually works even with the paper, right? But now it's not working like at all, so it just like froze up on me. And that's the other thing, it's been acting really slow, and I partially feel like that's because it's on like a USB thumb drive. I don't know why did I expect it to be like ultra fast, and plus it's an old laptop anyway. Like I got this for like $200 from Walmart, and the only reason I got this laptop, is because I was with this organization called Cybernaut Labs last year, and they had this VPN to help us connect to their, what was it? Was it QRadar? To one of their systems or whatever. And I had to get this Windows laptop, and then my other laptops are bricked with like Linux. So I've basically been out of Linux for like a minute, right? For like a couple months at least. But then this was still running Windows. But I'm like, bro, I got to get back to like my Linux game, because I feel like it's like the gym, you know. If you don't use it, you like lose it in a sense. But anyway, where was I? So yeah, the partition, I shrunk the partition, I had like 40 gigs free, and then it was like, oh, we don't see. I'm like, bro, how don't you see? I literally just freed like 40 gigabytes. How do you not see it? So that was a bit irking. But then luckily I got it on the USB flash drive. But then the other issue came up. They didn't the funniest thing, right? When you install a new Linux distro, the funniest thing is just getting internet. I know it might sound simple to people who are on Windows and Mac, right? But you literally have to type in like at least 5 commands, bruh, to even get the internet working. But the thing is, it wasn't even recognizing my Wi-Fi like driver, or it wasn't even recognizing my Wi-Fi card in my laptop at all. So I was like, damn, what do I do? But luckily, in my bag, I have like this tech bag. I had like these other USB, well, I'll show you. Yeah, I had this USB Wi-Fi adapter that kind of made it better, so it could like recognize the access. And then after that, installed it, and but then after yeah, when I tell you, it's been a journey. So after that, this is the first time I've ever seen this with anything Linux, right? So you can't really install anything until you register the device with your Red Hat account. So I had to go back to my Red Hat account, go back and get the password, go back and get the username and make sure it was all accurate, then log it into this computer. And then after that, what was the other issue? You have to install basically the different repositories, and they had these two different repositories, like the core OS and then the app stream, something like that. You have to install those. So I had to go on ChatGPT, Copilot on my other laptop, like, hey, I can't download anything. What's the issue? And then they gave me a list of the collect commands to do. So then I got that. And then after that, I did the upgrade collect command, right? The upgrade and the update command. I did upgrade. Oh, it's working now. So at least the mouse is moving now. So I don't know. It's sometimes it passes out and sometimes it doesn't. But it's at, the last time I checked it was at 3 and now it's at 27. And I think this doesn't need internet. I think this is just installing it as is. I hope so. But anyway, so yeah, where was that? So yeah, I had to like log in to like the Red Hat stuff of my Red Hat developer account. Oh, if you're making the Red Hat developer account, do it through GitHub as well. I heard on GitHub it's a bit better and a bit easier to like do this stuff. So I had to do that. Now it's installed, but the thing is, since it's on the flash drive, it's so slow, and I'm like, brother, what am I like? What is this? But it's cool because I'm just glad being in a Linux space. It makes you like have to do work, right? You cannot like be in Linux. This is like think you're just gonna like lollygag and everything's gonna be easy and it's like peasy. No, but you really do gotta research. You really do gotta pick up videos. You really do gotta go on ChatGPT. You really do gotta go on Copilot. You really do gotta go on YouTube and Stack Overflow. You really do gotta read the documentation. Like you really do, you know? Like it's not like you really gotta be in the terminal as well. So all these things are stuff that you really got to do. And that's the thing I love about Linux. I feel like it's so hard that it makes you sharp in any technical environment. Because once you have to go through like 10 pages of like documentation to figure out this obscure command for this one thing you wouldn't do, then when you're doing any other technical thing, you're good. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. And I just wanted to document this journey because I feel like a lot before in the past, I'm still recording? Oh yeah, we're still going, bet. But in my past, I did a lot of like technical stuff, but I wasn't documenting enough, and it's agitating to me now because now I'm in the workforce, and it's like people know I love Linux, like both in work and then the other organizations I'm a part of. People know that Linux is my thing, right? But I feel like I really gotta pop out and and show people that this is really my thing, because and it's annoying as well because people make money off of this. And that's why I'm irritated. People make money off of this stuff, and I'm just doing it for fun. And I'm like, bruh, yeah, this is not happening. Because if I know all this stuff, and other people are doing the same exact thing as me, and even not so, and they're getting money off it, like literally, yo, I kid you not. I went to several Linux boot camps, right? I'm not gonna name them just to be nice. A couple of them, they're charging people like $12K for a year just to teach them the Sec Plus and the RHCSA, right? Which I find crazy, right? And then the other ones, they're charging arm and a leg as well, and they're literally teaching them stuff I could teach people in a week, literally. And they're charging them thousands of dollars because the thing is, people don't know Linux though. That's the thing. Like people don't know. So once you don't know, they could charge you arm and a leg. But I'm like, that's not fair because this is stuff that they can literally learn online for free. But when people are naive and they're just getting into the tech industry to just use and abuse people, and that stuff. But shout out to the business people profiting. Shout out to the new people getting in the industry. But no, especially in Linux, all of this stuff is open source anyway. Like these collect mans have been out for the past like 10, 15 years. I mean, there are a couple of new stuff coming out now. Like with Red Hat 10, they like just integrated AI into the command line, and it's interesting, you know, because I remember I was trying to get ChatGPT on the command line, but OpenAI wanted me to pay this API key, and I was like, I'm not doing all that. But anyway, I'm very excited because right now I'm studying for my CompTIA Sec Plus at Diversity Cyber Council, where I'm kind of like a coach of a group of like a group of like 10, I would say, at least around that. And then I'm gonna get that because it's July now. It's the end of July, and in August I'm gonna be getting my Sec Plus, and then right after that, I'm saving all my money. I'm going straight towards the RHCSA. Like I'm beaming towards it because a lot of that stuff I kind of already know. It's just like a few extra abstract things that I don't know. But I'm very excited. So I'm gonna be. The main thing, I'm gonna try to do this stuff for USB as long as I can, but I know sooner or later I have to figure out how to make it recognize the partition on my hard drive, because I think it'll be a lot quicker rather than just trying to run everything from my flash drive. But no, that's my current plan. So just get my Sec Plus, RHCSA, and just apply for more Linux admin roles, junior Linux admin roles, all of that type of stuff. And then also, the cool thing is I could use this because this is cool. This is like my personal stuff that I do anyway, but also professionally, this actually holds weight, Professionally, like this is the type of stuff that you will probably see on the RHCSA, what about this glibc, and like all of this stuff. glib, what does that stand for? GNU Library C. So GNU is like a project that kind of, or the Free Software Foundation, GNU, Richard Stallman, all in the kind of same group. They're kind of like, he was the original guy that made these original, his organization helped make these original commands. So when you do like CP and move and all of this type of stuff, it's actually Linux. Like, so Linux is really just like the kernel, and the kernel is pretty much the heart, right? But GNU actually gave the commands and the programs, right? So you could visualize Linux was like the heart and GNU was like the arms, to give a rough analogy, right? So shout out to Richard Stallman and Linus Torvalds and the other guy who created C, because C is like a huge programming language, especially when you get to the kernel level with like Linux. Majority of this stuff is written in C, but now Rust is getting more popular in it as well. But yeah, I could speak about Linux stuff like in circles, but I just wanted to share and document this experience because it's big for me. I know, how to explain it? I know for the outside world, it's like, it might seem something like, oh yeah, you just installed this. But for me, especially knowing how much years I put into Linux and just knowing in the future I'll be able to do the same thing and get money from it and like just expand and grow and share and teach more about it. I know this is definitely a moment I wanted to like share and document. But what else? So yeah, just getting my Sec Plus with my team. Everything at my job is doing pretty good. They're about to switch me to a new team at my job. Besides that, I've been going to the Diversity Cyber Council trainings every day. Oh yeah, the Blacks in Cybersecurity. Shout out to Blacks in Cybersecurity podcast. I'm a link it in the description. But I started with the Blacks in Cybersecurity podcast, and I'm their host. So every Sunday we do a recording, and it's out every like Tuesday or Wednesday. And last Sunday I got to interview Amara. I forgot the brother's last name. Anyway, I got to interview Amara. He's a information security specialist. So he kind of helps, during his day job, he kind of helps some companies. He helps his company be more secure with their Microsoft 365 stuff, right? But then he's also doing that as a business in the evenings for his cybersecurity consultation business. So that is pretty cool as well. So I'm gonna link that as well. But yeah, so it's mainly I'm working at Rely as a cybersecurity specialist intern. Then at Diversity Cyber Council, I'm a coach a team of 10 as you study for a Sec Plus. And I'm also the host for the Blacks in Cybersecurity podcast. Also, I'm planning to go back to WGU to get my bachelor's and master's. But for right now, I'm just focused on getting my Sec Plus and my RCSA, and I at least got to get in a Linux role, right? In a Linux role. And then after that, I could go back to the college and get all the other Linux certs as well. But are we still going? 18 minutes, let's go. But yeah, I just wanted to document and share my Linux journey. So this is more so a vlog. In the future, I got to figure out how to two things. To a screen recording, and similar to how the Primagen be doing with his Vim stuff, to figure out how to show people the keys I'm actually pressing on my screen. Because I'm like a touch typist usually, right? I usually don't even like touching a touchpad or mouse or a GUI. None of that. I like to just erase, just put me in the terminal, give me my keyboard shortcuts, give me my commands, I'm good, That's usually my workflow. And that's the other reason, that's what I wanted to speak about. We'll be talking fast. The other reason I want to transition is because I love cybersecurity, right? So for those of you who don't know my journey, at first I wanted to be a front-end web dev, then I wanted to be in blockchain, then now I was getting deeper into cybersecurity, right? Wanting to go into the ethical hacking and penetration testing and red team, and ever since last September when I joined CyberNow Labs, right? But I'm realizing as I go through more of these trainings, as I go through more of these jobs, as I talk to more people in the industry, as I do more, I'm realizing that people are not doing what I thought they were doing. So when I got into tech, right, I just guess me using Linux for so long, I had just assumed everybody was like using Linux. I assumed everybody was using Linux. Everybody was like programming. But it's only as I get deeper in the industry, I'm like, oh, you guys aren't in the terminal or the command line interface. Oh, you guys don't know how to program, which is fine. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody at all. What I'm saying, that's what I thought tech was, and that is what I was expecting. So me getting into it and seeing, oh, you guys are not doing what I thought the tech world was, and I'm like, okay, I got to focus on my comfort zone, because Linux and the command line interface is my comfort zone, right? And I should be focusing on like what I like and what makes me feel comfortable, especially if I'm going to be in this industry for like a bit, right? I just want to focus on more so on like things that I like. I like Linux, being in the command line interface, learning these different commands. It's like, I like it. To me, it's cool, right? So that's what I'm going to focus on. But also, I'm realizing it's a career thing, right? So that's the other reason, going back to the Red Hat stuff, that's also why I'm gradually going to Red Hat as well. But yeah, I'm about to head back home, and then tomorrow, these next 2 days, I basically work like a 12-hour shift today. It was crazy. But yeah, to like tomorrow, I'm gonna hit it again, do work stuff, diversity cyber council stuff, and then in the evenings, I really gotta figure out why. I don't know, why isn't it not recognizing my partition? I gotta figure that out. Honestly, oh yeah, and that's the other thing. Windows, I was thinking of telling you, Windows, the normal Windows disk management partition thing wasn't letting me shrink it, because I guess that Windows basically prioritizes part of your hard drive for Linux. I mean, Windows specific stuff, which is kind of, I get it, but it's kind of like disrespect, like relax. But so then I had to use this other third-party app to shrink my partition. So shout out, I'm gonna try and link it in the description as well. But yeah. Much love, much light. And yeah, if you have used Linux, let me know your experience. If you haven't used it, let me know why you haven't used it. And I have a couple videos planned for the future as well. Just wanted to share this time, because this is, once I figure out how to get it on my partition, because the idea would be to be able to dual boot on Windows and dual boot on Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Because I'm not a fan of Windows, but for certain things, it does help. Example, with Cybernet Labs, I needed it for the VPN. The other big thing, I wanted to root my Samsung phones, right? But the app or program people use to root it, I think it's called, is it Odin or Etcher? One of them. Anyway, the program people used to root it, it was only on Windows. I'm like, damn, how am I going to root my stuff? And I was looking around, and it's like, it wasn't so hard to find any program that would let me root my Samsung phone on Linux, right? But so I had to need, Windows is just a good backup. Like, if stuff really hits the fan and like you're stuck in grub and you don't know what to do, like I am on one of my laptops, or if you remove your initial RAM disk in your kernel from the boot file to like a other directory and you can't move it back, if you're that deep in, Windows is a good like backup. So it's good to just have that as a backup. So I want to be able to dual boot my Windows and my Red Hat Enterprise Linux. But is it still going? Damn, 23 minutes. If you stay for 23 minutes, I'll love you, honestly, because that's a long time. But no, I appreciate it. Gonna keep working on this stuff, and as I get deeper in the tech industry, I'm just gonna share more of my experience as well, because I actually do like love this stuff, and it actually is very fun to me, and I feel like I actually could inspire like a lot of people to just kind of just like experiment, you know. This don't just be the basic average Joe just like doing the basic stuff, you know. This tech stuff is really powerful, and you could do powerful stuff with it. No, don't only be the consumer. Realize that you can actually create a reality based upon the programs you have here, you know. So just want to inspire people and kind of educate people in that sense. But yeah, much love, much light, peace.